audience to come out of the kitchen. Nobody wanted to leave kitchen. Bhagwan sir, you know how much everyone wants to cook. This was not this supposed to be a spiritual retreat. Come out from the kitchen. Madam, you also come in the kitchen. After I do sessions in the kitchen. Next time, Purna, Gangadhar, we have to find a venue which has kitchen on one side and people to sit and do wisdom sharing sessions. Not in the dining hall, but in the kitchen. Right? Like an open plan. Yeah? So anyway, we'll make do with what we have for this time. But yes, Masters, we thought we'll have a Q&A session. People have a lot of questions. And all during the session times, we didn't get time to really have any interaction. Sorry, I apologize because of the schedule we had. We wanted to give you the most that we could out of these 2.5 days. So we tried not to have Q&A at the end of each session. Otherwise, these spiritual questions go for long, like half an hour answers, and we didn't have the time. But of course, tonight is the night. I will not be in rush. At least from my side, I will try to be here as long as you guys have questions. You guys can stay as long as you want. It's totally up to you. So this floor is open for questions. I will leave, who is here? Lavanya, madam. So if you have any questions, or even if you have asked me questions before, even if you raise hand, madam, remember that question I will remember. Otherwise, I won't remember. I know a lot of people have already asked questions, and I promise that I will try to answer to the best of my knowledge tonight. But please raise your hand, even if you have asked the question before, because I may not remember the orders. Now, what kind of questions? You can ask any questions related to anything we discussed, anything we meditated, anything we talked about. Not only that, if you have any general spiritual questions, you're free to ask. Whether I have the capacity to answer or not, I will be very truthful to my inner self, and in my best capacity, I will answer you guys. So with that little bit of a disclaimer, I think we'll start this Q&A session. So Masters, feel free. If you have questions, please raise your hand. And Lavanya madam is going to... Okay.
Shivi, I've already...
Okay, Shivi, and we've got another one there, Arni. Both of you. You want to take the mic or they can come here and ask the question?
Yes.
Both, yes, ma'am. One after another.
Thank you, ma'am. And same question I asked in the evening. I cry a lot, and it's very easier. I don't know easier or what. I just connect to someone else's energy. So if someone else is emotional, telling their story, it doesn't have to be sad story. Even if it is good story, joyful story, and if it is. And when they're telling they're emotional, I get emotional myself. Whether or not they cry, I will cry. And like, especially with gratitudes, when you were saying, and then everything like movie scenes. And if I look at my son, if I just cry. Like sometimes it's become difficult to talk even. It's just cry. Thank you.
Most amazing question that I could have expected for tonight. This is what the caliber of the people who are here that decides. The Q&A session has started at such a high level question. Just the question itself shows where it is going to take tonight's discussion. Masters, make the most of it. That question that has come to me, if I start answering, you will understand why I'm saying that. Thank you very much, Shivi, for bringing it. You guys will need some patience because I will not give a 2-line answers. It's not going to satisfy your thirst. I will have to go a little bit deeper. People who know me, I try to answer to the best of my ability, not because I have to prove anything here, because I want to do the right thing by you. You people have allocated 2.5 days. And I want to make sure that when you go from here, you feel satisfied. So let me answer you. Where do I start from? It's such a deep question. Masters, close your eyes and try to connect to my energy, my voice. That way, maybe I will be able to make more sense to you. In the process of evolution, which we call ascension, humanity at the moment, it's at a stage where I explain time and again in snippets that we are in the third density. Third density is the most separated, fragmented feeling kind of density which we human beings are at the moment. In third density, we operate 99% through mind. I have touched this topic time and again in different sessions, especially people who attended my session this morning, me and my personal mind. I really want to say, whoever attended this morning, they got the best topic of this whole retreat, Masters. It appears very small, but that is what is ruling now at this moment, what humanity is going through. For those who haven't attended, what I'm saying may make little sense, but to people who have attended, they understand where I'm coming from. So we are in the third density frequency. What is frequency? I already explained that everything in this universe is energy. Energy means it flows. When any energy propagates, transverses, it goes in the form of waves. And waves have vibration, vibration has frequency, and hence the word frequency. In third density, humanity, whatever vibrations we are frequency or vibrating at this stage, we are only able to operate our life through mind. I told this morning, what happens in the mind, what happens in the heart. Mind generates thoughts, heart generates emotions. Emotions are the words that we use in third dimension for humanity who operates between the space and time parameters. Don't ask what is space and time, because time and again in my wisdom sharing session, I've been pouring the concept of what is space, what is time. So I'm setting a stage for you to move forward, but unless you understand this, you won't be able to move forward. Third density reality, operating from a state of mind. What is wrong? What is right? By whatever you can judge from this mind. So it happens only through fragmentation. I already discussed this, breaking down and analyzing. So third dimension is the dimension, this is how humanity is living. This is how human beings operate at this stage. Does that mean this is how it needs to be? No. Nobody stays at one point. The whole thing, life means progression. Life means moving forward. If things do not move forward and they stagnate, stay stagnant, we call them dead. So if you are alive, that means change, you are changing, or changing means you are progressing. Spirituality rule number one, you're only going forward. There's nothing going back. This is rule number one. Everyone needs to understand. There is no regression in this process. There is only progression. Now, how much progress you make is left to you. You and your free will alone. If I use my free will and I decide that I'm going to dedicate this life to my spiritual journey, then my progression, of course, will be accelerated compared to someone who thinks, okay, I'll postpone it to my next life. Nothing wrong. Is it right? Is it wrong? Nothing is wrong. Again, I keep telling you, it is your free will and you will get the consequences, whatever it is, good, bad, there is no good and bad. So slowly I'm setting the stage, because this setting the stage will help me to answer many questions that you people will come, and it will help Shibi Madam's question. So I'm giving you a picture of what third dimension looks like from where we are operating at this stage. And my question was, is this how we're going to do all the time till infinity? No. The name of the game is progression. That means we have to move forward. In our soul cycle, if you haven't heard the word soul cycle, the soul goes through a cycle, which is called Atma Chakra. As I said, everything in the light realms goes in circles or ellipse form. Ellipse means like this. Nothing is straight line, right? So in this soul cycle, cycle means that you're moving forward, you're not staying stagnated, right? At what pace you move is immaterial. But remember, each one of us is more evolved than what we were yesterday. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, that is the truth. Why? Because evolution comes from knowledge. And every minute we are gaining knowledge. No, madam, I'm not reading any books. I'm not getting any knowledge. No. Every minute you're gaining experience in life. What is experience? Your interaction with people, your interaction with surroundings, your interaction with nature. It teaches you something, and that lesson helps you to evolve. So you may not be consciously doing anything, but unconsciously, that is what this soul cycle is. That means you are learning every minute and progressing. So the game is progression. Now we come back to where we left. We have to move from this phase forward. In third density living, because I said people are only operating from mind. When I say people are only, I'm only talking about majority of the human beings. There are always exceptions. We are also exceptions, right? So when I say I'm talking about 99% of people, that 1% exception, I don't call it normal humanity. So I'm talking about general human beings are only using our mind. People who attended this morning session, I gave you so many examples. Jiddu Krishnamurti, J. Krishnamurti, one of the greatest spiritual seekers. What did he say? If you objectively observe the way humanity is living, almost, this is his words, I just picked it up, almost all, without exception, he's saying almost all are living with the thoughts of I, me, and mine. And where are these thoughts happening? In mind. So every minute we are leading our life basis this mind. And are we using the big mind? No. You only using that 1% mind. So leave the mind story apart because we went through a lot of details this morning. I'm not going to repeat that. But now, this game of ascension, people get very worried when I say word ascension. Let me make it easy for you. Progression. In Telugu, we call Purogaman. Hindi also Purogaman, Pragati. In this game of evolution, we have to move forward. Where are we going? What is the next step? Has it ever occurred to us? Because, masters, when you start from home, you sit in the car, you need a destination, isn't it? Without destination, where will you go? Right, left, forward, up, down? So some idea about destination is required. Humanity is confused because they have no idea where's the destination. We talk about all the physical reality which is governed by mind. And mind doesn't know where it is going. Mind only knows analysis, fragmentation and analysis. Mind doesn't know how to encompass and include everything. And for a human being to understand where we are going, we need to be looking at all the facts and include. Mind can't do the job. Mind fails in inclusion. I told you clearly, masculine quality mind. When you live from the world of Purushatva, then you're using mind. And the moment you use the mind, everything has to be analyzed. Meditate. Why? Then you have to tell them science of meditation. Why? Where is why coming from? Because this is the life we are leading with mind. Everything has to be broken down. Bits, and then looked at it. Oh, this is how it feels. Now I understand. This is how mind lives. So where are we going from here? If we are living with mind, is there a progression? Is there a destination? Yes, there is a destination. And if only we knew what this destination is, many of the confusion, helplessness, loneliness, that will vanish from our lives. So, mind, there is also something called heart. We don't use heart much. Yes, we know we have a heart, but we are not talking about the physical kaleja. It's not the physical heart. There is another heart that we all feel here where we feel the emotions, right? But do we use that heart to make any decisions? Oh, Rose invited me for lunch. Should I go or not? I don't ask my heart. I ask my mind. Was she good when I was in the retreat? Did she smile when I smiled at her? Was she nice to me? Nah, she only smiled twice. Cancel. I'm not going to Rose's house. This is how we decide, right? Isn't it, madam? This is how we decide. So mind rules our decision making because it's logical and it's justified. We want logic. Logic again is mind's territory. This is the Kubi or the speciality of third dimension living. If we are numbering, then definitely another dimension must be fourth dimension, isn't it? We all know numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Either it has to be 2 or it has to be 4. So we are saying there's no regression. So it has only to be progression. So number after 3 is 4, right? So we have to go to fourth density. Yeah? Going nowhere is not an option. If you're not going anywhere, you're dead. You're not dead. We're full of life. So we have to go forward. Fourth dimension. Why are we not progressing into fourth dimension? That is the story. She asked one question, and the topic that I have been avoiding for this retreat is coming back. I wanted to avoid ascension because it is not a can of worms, but a big topic, and still universe is pushing me towards that. So, fourth dimension. What is happening in fourth dimension that is not happening in third dimension? What is stopping us to even move towards fourth dimension? That is what that question has led us to. So what did I say now? They have been using mind. Humanity, we all know. Humanity means we. We are the ones. Child has to be joined into a school. We go and look all the schools and come back. Make analysis, tables, charts, and say, okay, which school do we have to go? Fees is more or less, children are less. We do all our criteria, right? How many times do we ask our heart, where did we feel comfort? Where did we feel that this is where our child needs to be? Hardly any time. And then if somebody makes a decision based on that, sentimental fool, that's what we call him. Sentimental fool. But that is the sentimental fool's world that we are all going to step very soon. Whether you like it or not, that's the world we are all leading into. So what is this world for? I said we operated with mind. Mind is masculine energy. I told this again and again, even in Pain Body yesterday, right? Mind is masculine energy. Heart is feminine energy. Masculine energy, fragmentation. Feminine energy, inclusion. Humanity has lived for so long. 13,500 years, that's the number. People are giving for different aspects of questions. We don't know which years are we talking about. Human years, divine years, I don't know. For that long, we have been stuck into the mind world. And that's why so much division, so much hatred, so much jealousy. Because mind has to do that. Divide. But I said it's homecoming time. I'm saying that again and again. We are taking a U-turn. That means that U-turn and the next fourth dimension has to be hand in hand, isn't it? We're taking a U-turn and the next stop is fourth dimension. So we are moving from masculine energies to feminine energies, and that feminine energy is dominated or led by the heart. So heart is where emotions are. All this time in third dimension, we have been told by the society not to listen to your heart. If you feel emotions, our society tells us to suppress that, ignore that, move forward. Why? Because decision taken by mind is the right. But as we start doing our spiritual practices, more and more meditation, more wisdom sharing, more knowing knowledge about ourselves, and when it starts making sense and the penny drops, yes, this must be right. I know it is right. That means you're ready to apply that knowledge. Already your vibrations are increasing. What is vibration? We're all beings of vibration. The whole game is your vibration. So as your vibrations increase, how do you go from third density to fourth density? By raising your vibrations. How do you raise your vibrations? by raising your knowledge and understanding about this evolution. That is why the thirst for more wisdom, more meditation is happening. People who have stepped onto this path want to do it more and more. People who haven't stepped, they don't know the taste of the nectar, so they don't know what it is. And that's why people who have stepped in, the acceleration is going at such a fast pace at this stage. So coming back to our question, such a big question this is, madam. So as we talk about fourth dimension, that means as your vibrations are raising, with every knowledge, with every new word that we hear, vibrations have already increased. We went and did oneness meditation. We talked about oneness. What does that mean? We were all living separately. You are separate, I am separate. Now my understanding has changed. No, there is something more. We are all the fingers of the same palm. So if I feel separate, I can trace my origin back to the palm. That means my understanding has changed. The moment your understanding has changed, that means it's developed, your vibrations are going up one notch, one notch, one notch. Knowledge, wisdom is light. Light is the only way you can increase your vibrations. And where does light come from? From knowledge. Whether it's a knowledge from a book or a wisdom sharing or through your meditation, every day, every minute, we are increasing our vibrations. So we are moving from third dimension to fourth dimension. People who do not know, it is something we all should know. Mother Earth, with whom we resonate all the time, who was at our frequency, has already moved forward, third to fourth, and she is on the path of fourth to fifth dimension. We are living on a planet and we are not even sync with frequency with that Mother Earth. You know what happens? If you are not in sync, you will be made redundant, like how we get redundant at work. My planet Earth is going to make us all redundant if we don't do any work on us. But this doesn't make sense to humanity. Where will we go? What would Mother Earth do? She can hardly speak because she doesn't speak our language, right? You won't try to understand her language. She won't speak your language. So there is already a communication gap. You don't understand Mother Earth. It's unfortunate. Mother Earth has already moved forward in her frequency, and all the calamities that are happening, tsunamis, name it, it's because of this not being in sync with Mother Earth. People who understand this, people who are on the path of self-discovery, without that knowledge, they are raising their vibrations. That means they are getting prepared for fourth dimension. What is fourth dimension? Fourth dimension is that dimension where feminism and masculinism balance each other. What does it mean? That means people will be using their heart more and more. We use hardly. Now we will be using our heart more and more. What does using heart more and more mean? Emotions reside in our heart. So people will be living through emotions. They will be connecting to their emotions. They will make their judgments through emotions. It will be an emotionally based life. If you people in third dimension feel that it's a fool's paradise living in fourth dimension, then good luck. You won't be able to stay here too long in third dimension. You don't want to become extinct because you're not in sync with Mother Earth. It's up to us. But people who are already started evolving in this path, they will see that they can connect to their emotions within no time. All these days, we used to put aside our emotions. I'm getting paid? No, that is all, weak science. Suppress your pain. Keep smiling. You're hurting? No problem. Give a smile. Not anymore, masters. That is not going to happen. People who have started evolving cannot ignore their heart anymore. So every emotion will be distinctly felt. Distinctly. You will not be confused. If you feel hatred, that hatred will be fully experienced. If you feel love, you will feel a different standard of love which you had never faced before. We human beings are not used to facing these emotions this strongly. We're not used to because we have lived in third dimension for too long. We don't know what we are going through. We're not used to. So what is happening is people who have started to evolve, they are listening to their emotions. They don't know how to handle it. Every time this emotion comes, an emotion of love, an emotion of gratitude, an emotion of sympathy, they don't know how to handle, but they want to be one. They are not suppressing anymore. Gone are the days. They will not be able to suppress because vibrations are increasing. They are stepping into the... So, love, happiness, this will be the only language we will keep speaking till we understand what is happening with us, till we balance our heart and mind. The feminism and masculinism has to be balanced in fourth dimension. In fifth dimension, heart rules over mind. We are not even prepared for that. We will totally stop using the mind like Vishnu Murti. We will all be in yoga nidra and use only the mind when creation is required. But we are not yet prepared to go into fifth dimension because we haven't even started using our heart. So, sorry, madam, it was a long answer to your question, but if I gave you in one line, there would be many people who would be confused. It's a great sign. People ask me all the time this question, and I give them all the time this big answer because you deserve it. Celebrate. Celebrate your tears. Celebrate your experience with all those emotions because we have never felt it. And you're not the only one in BYM Foundation. Ragini, Lavanya, Navina, Anita, Purna, they are men. I know he won't mind. They are men, but do they think? No. They have understood the value of emotions and tears. And in BYM, we proudly say, tears are flowing. We all know what it is. We are creating that open platform where people don't have to shy away from their emotions. I want humanity to come forward, not be shy of their emotions. If you start being shy of the emotion, how are we going to evolve? The divine beings are sending messages left, right, and center. Why are they suffering for us? They want us to evolve. So more and more masters, as you start moving on this path of being authentic, being close to who you are, this you will see this sign more and more. Be ready with handkerchiefs, to buy bigger ones or keep tissue pockets, whatever you can. But this is beautiful, masters. Don't see it as an act of shame. It is a revelation for us that we are able to again get back in touch with the heart. We're going to live through heart. We're going to make decisions through heart. How beautiful it is. We have lived enough through mind. What have we created? Divisions, hatred, jealousy, wars. They were all done for a purpose. But that purpose is no longer required. It's time we move forward as a group. And that's why group 2, Satjana Satsanga is so important. Sangatya is so important because, see, I again lump into those people, all of them. Because this is the only place we can ask these questions. We can get answers, like-minded people who will nod their head and say, I understand your question. Go and ask outside. They will say, this is the only place, or Satsanga is the only place where everyone will look at you with awe and say, wow, you are already preparing for fourth dimension, madam. Hands off to you. And that's why we love to be with like-minded people, right? Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Ma.
So in one of the spiritual sessions, you mentioned about the constant chatter that mind plays. So for example, if the heart is aching, mind is trying to interpret that or analyze that for you. And you have to tell your mind, I'm okay, I'm comfortable with that pain. However, the concern is that that pain, if it's not attended to, will ultimately become a wound that you carry that you haven't catered to, and it'll continue to hurt, which might in the long term create blockages in the system. So how do you get rid of the blockages, melt away those pains, because you can't constantly keep saying, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Thank you, ma'am. This is our mind talking. This is how our mind talks. It's a classic example what Madam said. Even while we frame the question, we can see how our mind is trying to frame that question to satisfy its ego. It's mind. It's saying, how can I be okay? Just by saying okay, how can I be? Here, there's a beautiful question that Madam asked here. She's saying, in my sessions, in this retreat, I've done a couple, and in those sessions, I have said that if I get pain here, pain arises many times, This heart is beautiful. It gives you everything. So it gives you everything for what you have come here for. And in that process, if it is giving you so-called pain, then this mind will come up with all the answers to try to tell you that, oh, that's okay, you can handle it. And how can you say when you're having pain that you are okay? That's the question, isn't it, Madam? I've heard you right. Let's look at this. Why are we getting pain? First of all, let's go to the basic question. Why are we getting pain? Right? We have all come with our own soul plans. We have all come with our own soul plans, right? And your soul plan is not mine. My soul plan is not identical to Satya's, and respected. Each one has come with unique. We are unique people. No two souls are alike, and none of our journeys are alike. We're all special. That's why we are special, because we're unique. We come with our own plans. And that's why I say don't compare, because what are you going to compare with? You don't even know your destination, right? So when we are unique and we have come with our own soul plans, when we come into this world, in physical world for incarnations, whichever situation you are in, doesn't matter where you are, that moment you have chosen, nobody else. You're not coincidentally dropped somewhere where you shouldn't be. Everywhere you are is part of your soul plan, and only your soul plan, right? Now, let's talk about pain. Why does pain come? Pain comes because you are not comfortable with whatever your situations are, right? If you were okay with that situation, then there wouldn't be any pain, isn't it? Because in your mind, if everything is according to what I want, then it's okay. But if thing is not equal to what I want, then pain arises, right? So we have generated this truth table, which I have talked to many people, our truth table. We have created a truth table for ourselves that if it happens this way, I'm okay. And if it doesn't happen this way, I'm not okay. And when I'm okay, then everything is good. I don't have to do anything. But if I'm not okay, I have to go out into this world to manipulate things to become okay. This is all the life is, nothing more. If something is okay, then we are not worried about, everything is good, why should we do anything? Problem starts when you are in a situation that you are not able to accept, or it's not okay. And that's the result why the pains are coming, right? Pain is arising because. And that's why I want to go to the basic point. We all need to understand why we are in a particular situation. When we start resisting that situation because we don't like it, that's when all this story starts. Even before we resist, at least for 1 minute, we all need to stay put and think, why am I not liking this situation? Even before you start addressing this conversation between mind and heart, stop. Just say like this. Make it a habit to say, stop. No chatter, stop. Step back. Look at the situation. What is happening in front of you? Boss is not good. He's very rude. I'm being very nice, but he's not being okay. Who put you in that situation? You put yourself. Now there are two answers to it. Everyone has a choice and free will in their life. We are not forced to do anything anywhere. Don't say I have no options. We all have options. You chose to say you do not have options. Creation gave us the free will. If you are stuck in a situation, that means you are using your free will to get stuck in that situation. Any moment you can pull yourself away from that, right? We will also talk about the situations where you cannot pull yourself away. We'll talk about it. But look at the situations and see, can I change this? If you can change the situation, change it. If your boss is not good, can you go to another department? I'm giving the answer in a very broad way, even before the pain starts. How are you handling the situation? You know, when the pain starts, when there is no option, you're helpless, you're restless, that is when the inner resistance starts. Even before that inner dialogue starts, look at the situation. What is causing this? Why the pain is coming? I don't like the situation. Can you change it? Yes, change it. Who is stopping you from changing? How can I change it? Can I quit the job? Can I change the department? Be my guest, write down the list, 100 options. Start using it. Who are you waiting for? Who has asked you not to use your free will? Right. If you can change it, change it. And then see, is the pain rising? No, because I've changed my boss. My boss is good. Go on the pain. Number 2 option. The first option is not feasible. I couldn't change my situation. What do? Can I remove myself from the situation? Next step. So the first one, can I change my situations? I tried to. Trying to work in the same organization, different bosses, different. I managed. No, it's not in my control. Can you remove yourself from the situation? Yes. Change the job. Oh, but I may not get the job. Who are you to decide? Have you even tried? 99% of the time, we don't want to take the step. We don't want to use our free will. Creation has given us free will to live the way you want. Why are you restricting yourself? So choice number 2, if you cannot change your situation, remove yourself from the situation. You can't change the department. You can't change the boss. You're stuck. Quit the job. What about salary? Well, take the risk. Who knows? Do you know that you're not going to get a job? Oh, I'm fearful. That's your problem. That is your problem. You still have free will. So the second option is remove yourself from the situation. That's not feasible. For some reason, that's not possible because I'm tied up in family responsibility. I need a salary and I can't change the job because if I change the job, I'm not sure. This is the garbage that goes on in our mind. So let's go with that garbage. I can't change my job. So first option gone. Second option, not feasible. Third option, what option have we got? No option. No option means whatever is there in front of you, you have to accept. I'm sorry. No. You are the most luckiest person because the first 2 options are not available. To those people whose first 2 options are not available, they are ready to evolve. This is the secret I'm sharing with you. If you have an option 1 and 2, unfortunate, you still have time for your spiritual uplifting. But if you have come into a situation where option 1 is not there and option 2 is also not there, that is where life is looking at your face and saying, now what? This is what we are here for. Now what? You have no choice but to accept the situation the way it is. I can't. Now you have to think why you didn't have the first 2 options, because it's high time you understood that you chose that situation. You opted for that situation and universe is reminding you wanted to be in that moment in the universe or the physical universe because there is some learning for you. We all come to this plane only to learn and experience. What happened when you did the first 2 options? You missed the opportunity. Does that mean that that situation won't come again? It will come again and again and again and again till you have learned the lesson. All you have done is postpone, postpone. What have you gained? Nothing. So if any time you have option 1 and 2, say bad luck, postponement has happened, it is waiting around the corner. It will again come and hit on your face. And at last, what will you do now? Again, option 1, option 2, postpone. This is what we have been doing. But if you are courageous and you understand what is spiritual evolution, look at the situation in the face and say, why are you here? What are you trying to teach me? If only we had courage to look at the situation to learn why that came, because that did come. We chose the moment. We choose every moment in life. If we are choosing every moment in life, then what are we complaining for? Where is the pain coming from? The moment you understand this big reality, this is the biggest reality of our lives. And once you started thinking in this direction, the pain may come, but the pain edges will be curved, because now it's not a sharp dagger pain, because you are now handling the pain with understanding, big understanding. Oh, so I wanted this situation where my boss is rude to me. Why? Was I rude to him in previous life? Or was I rude to somebody else that universe has now to teach me what is rudeness? And masters, the journey that I have embarked on, I do hundreds and hundreds of counseling. So whatever I'm telling you is not my experience alone. It's the experience of hundreds and hundreds of people who have come into my life. It is the realization that we need, that needs to come into our life. The moment you realize why this situation has come, you will be surprised. 9 out of 10 times the situation will slowly shift. Why? Because the purpose has been served to 90%. You understand. And what happens because of that? No more victim mode. You're not handling the situation. What happens with me? Whichever job I go, the boss is so rude to me. That means you haven't learned your lesson. You're not understanding why this situation is coming to you. The moment you understand, you take responsibility. So I'm not a victim. So really, I don't have to feel this pain. I have given this pain to someone, and it's my time to understand what this pain for. Let me do it heroically. Let me take a little bit more courage. And automatically, when you move from the victim mode into taking responsibility mode, that's all this karma cycle is about. To understand why things are happening. Most of the time, even the experience need not be completed. The moment you take responsibility and say, I must have done this to someone, this is coming to me for that reason. And you know what I do? I sit with people who come to me and I say, you have made a blunder. So why are you shying away? Madam, what can we do? Ask for forgiveness. There is no more repentance than forgiveness. Once you understand the blunder that you have done, for which you are here to finish your karma cycle, now you understand why this experience. Immediately sit down and ask for forgiveness. Madam, I'm asking for 2 days, nothing is happening. Do another 2 months, nothing is happening. Do another 2 years. You never know the intensity of your karma, what you have done. And now you are shying away to ask forgiveness. So I make people sit in forgiveness meditation. Hours together, sit down. Or you have a choice. Go and pay the price for it. Choice is ours. Now, having the spiritual knowledge, we are free. We know why this is coming to us. We can sit down. Many people say, I feel shy to go and ask him forgiveness. Okay, don't do it physically. You can always sit at your home and from soul, you can send all that forgiveness. You can ask apologies. It works, masters. The things that don't work on physical level, they work on astral level. I have done this forgiveness meditation with so many people, and they're all laughing. And 10 days later, they call me, Amma, they came to my house and they said sorry. I said, why did they say sorry? I don't know why they said. This is the power of asking forgiveness. We have done a blunder, so why can't we take responsibility for it? I know it's a long answer I'm giving, but it's good because we need to learn. So that pain that we are talking about is a pain of victim mode. Oh, poor thing. Oh, we poor thing. How I'm taking this pain. And the pain intensifies. The more you go in the victim mode, more pain. And then how do you compromise? The mind tells, we have to get even with that boss. You don't worry, I'll take care of you. He's insulted you, just wait. Next opportunity in the conference room, I know how to handle. That's the game of the mind game. But We are going past the mind, masters. We are going into the territory of the heart. Be authentic, be honest. If you don't understand, there are so many spiritual seekers in this world. If you really like this line, ask them questions, get advices, tell them what will work. If you're not happy with one, go to other. Knock every door till you feel that you have got the right answer. But shall I tell you, once you understand this game, life is so easy, so easy, so easy. I'm not saying your situation become very easy, very easy, very easy, but your way of handling life will become very easy. Thank you, ma'am.
Can I stop? Can I show my example, please?
Yeah, please. That's beautiful. If anyone has, so Bharat first said, just give us 2 minutes. Masters, I have to thank Satya, madam, because I wanted to say this, it slipped out of my mind and she caught my thought. Whatever I'm saying, I don't want this to be just theory. Oh, madam will talk anything and go away. What she knows about our suffering. But if you have an example, please share. That's what we want. Thank you, Satya. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sarajan. This is same situation happened to me, and we used to have meditation classes with Saraja. It has been for a while, so I found the solution there. That's why I just like to share my experience. In one of the, this is related to office work, and in one of the meet, in one situation, someone was arranging a lunch for the team. Okay, at that time, she's a bit messy. I say she's a bit messy. Messy in the sense she collected the money from everyone, and each person costed like $20 or $30 for lunch. Okay, and she collected and she didn't calculate properly. And at the time, I'm not giving the exact numbers or anything. Like I can't remember. I ignored. Okay, that's why I'm happy now. Okay. And I gave some $50 or something like to her. She didn't calculate properly at all. She took. They took this much money, this much. Oh, I gave so much money, something like that. And when I gave $50, she has to return to me some $22 or something like that. Okay, and she was. We are in the same flow, working and things like that. Then she has to give $22. I know I can calculate. Then instead of I have to give you money. Whenever she saw me in the kitchen area or somewhere while walking, going to washroom or tea room, she was always telling me, "Oh, I have to give you money. I have," but she was not telling the number. But I don't think she calculated or she looked at it. She know. We discussed, and she said, "Okay, $22." Then suddenly she brought $2 and put it on my desk. I felt so upset. Even if she didn't give, I don't mind. But she just put $2 when everyone was around. Put it $2. I felt so upset, and I can't. She just put it and went away. I felt really, really bad and so upset. Then after that, whenever I saw her, I get hesitated, so much emotion.
Yes.
Why she did it like to me? I felt that. During the classes, I like I even told to Saroja madam because I know her for more than 30 years. Yeah. She said, "Okay, forgive her." That's what I did. From then onwards, even if I see her, I happily smile at her. I don't think about that situation. Just I forgive her. That's what happened. Yes, I really, really thankful for Saroja for guiding me in this way. I'm so happy. And another thing, this question, she's so emotional. I was just like to add on that. I was very, very emotional. Even when I was quite young. Even listening on the radio, some emotional scenes like sending the daughter to in-laws place or anything like, even listening on radio, I use it to cry a lot. I'm a bit sensitive. Yeah. And watching TV. Movies, I don't watch movies. I can't see. Like, I feel quite emotional. Only funny movies only I can watch. Other movies I can't sit and watch. And even sometimes I feel much more sensitive. It's like I feel like weed is also a plant, right? Why you are killing weed? I feel really, really bad. Yes. Yes. When the other day I was thinking, why do we prune the plants? It gives more, but are we harming by pruning the plant?
Yeah.
I'm also so sensitive on those kind of things, and I see so many people, but just I want to share my thing. And you are not alone feeling emotions. There are so many people.
Really means a lot.
Really, honestly, I went back many years into my past because this is true. She used to really feel bad, even reading. For me, see, everyone's level of emotional intelligence is different. And when I went to her house, she was telling me, Saroja, I can't take the weeds out. Poor weeds, what have they done wrong? Why we are differentiating? And see, when you use your heart, you can even connect to the weeds. How beautiful that is. Can we even think? We laugh at these things because we have no value of what emotions are. And this, she was telling me like more than 10 years back. So she's so apt in sharing her experience. That is the level. People are at different levels. Thank you so much, Satya, for bringing your experience. Really appreciate. Anita, madam, you wanted to share something? Or do we have time?
Yeah.
Of course, this is all part of Q&A, isn't it? You should actually ask this question to Lavanya, madam. But continue.
I'll be quick. 5 minutes. This is really like exactly based on what Saroja madam just mentioned. So about forgiveness. So I really wanted to give a real life my example. I have severe eczema. I had been suffering for years. Recently, I did not recently. So far, I have done 5 biopsies. So no one could tell me what's wrong with me. So the eczema level in the last couple of months, it's been really bad. I can't tell how much. Every day, I used to just sit in the middle of the night with my nails. I itched all over my neck. It hurts. I couldn't sleep. And the 5th biopsy, doctor said you have UV allergy, sun allergy. You're not supposed to go out in the sun. Always wear the full neck, long sleeve, cover yourself. She gave me the big list. And the medication that I'm taking, that's prescribed for cancer patients. That's for extreme dermatitis, because I'm in the research field. So I know what exactly I'm taking. I know the side effects of that medication. One day I'm like, I've been listening to 1006 of Joy for years. Now, Sakshi, what am I learning in my life? I never put anything into practice. So it hit me so hard. It only started 3 weeks ago. I got that realization. I went to my dermatologist second time. Each time I have to pay big, like $500. And it's 15 minutes. I feel it's such a waste of money, but I have no choice. I went and cried with her. I said, this is really itching, and my kids, my whole family seeing me with that pain, and my husband is like every day, he also sits with me, Anita, I know you're in such a pain, so he'll bring me that cold towel, so he'll wrap around my neck. We tried everything, and then she gave me a different medication. Okay, this will stop all your itching. Okay, I came home, I put everything aside, I just went and stand in front of the mirror. I normally feel so shy to wear any open neck. I have to wear up to this. Doesn't matter if it's winter, cold, summer, because I see the doctors, clinicians every single day. I don't want anyone to question me. are you okay? What's wrong with you? I hate sympathy, empathy kind of things. I just wanted to go, finish my work, come back home. So I had that realization one day. I went, stand in front of the mirror, not in meditation. Trust me, not in meditation, just in front of the mirror. I said, looks like I hurted someone so badly. So badly means it's very, very badly, because the pain that I'm suffering, I could feel that in one of my previous births. I maybe one person or the group of people, I don't know, but I have given that intense pain, so it's coming back to me. I have accepted it and I have practiced forgiveness. I don't have time, so I'm not saying I have done that in meditation. Only when I'm in shower, only 2 minutes. But within a week, my itching has just stopped, and it used to be all black all over my neck. You won't believe, it's like a miracle. It disappeared. So that's the power of forgiveness. Please practice that. I am the live example here. Thank you for it, God.
Oh my God, how we could have missed that, Anita? This is not your experience. This is like a lesson for all of us and many more. You know, it's not about you, Amma. It's about what can we give to the world. And this is one kind of service by spirit sharing. There are so many people who are hurting with this. They all will know that how to look this from different perspective in a different light. Anita, thank you so much. It takes a lot of courage to come up to here and share our personal
And
story.
I saw through your knowledge. Without you, I wouldn't have done this. No prior knowledge. No one has told us all these years, this is what you should be doing. No one has told us surrender, gratitude, forgiveness. Seriously, I have no words. And now, the other thing, I have been going some issues with my teenager, as you know. Okay, this trick has worked with my health, so I'm going to follow the same trick with my son.
Why not?
So, next time, for next week, I'll give that example.
So nice, isn't it? A master standing here, having a hearty laugh and saying, I succeeded. God bless you for sharing this and giving us that wisdom, Anita. There's no words to thank you. Thank you very much, Amma. Thank you. That's how good stories are coming out. So proud of them.
Thank you very much, madam. Good evening, all. And that was a very super cool answer I have heard from madam. Okay. And also, I can share some of my experiences. Not experience or stories I can tell you, but I can feel something like a simple or quick example, I would say. Suppose if I am walking in my house, okay, I will be hit on my leg, okay, by something. Immediately I will think why I was hit like this. Okay, if I do self-analysis, some bad thought will be going on in my mind. So that means someone is trying to tell this is not the right way to think. So reset yourself. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to correlate the answer that is given by madam with my experience also. And also that madam told she is emotionally very much connected. The same way I'm also connected to plants also.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why I say, please forgive me for spraying the weed spray before I spray that. And cockroaches.
Yes.
I say Hare Krishna and then kill them. Rashmi, don't laugh. See, those are all dharmas, okay?
Yes, they all give karmas.
You see, I will ask one question to everyone. Can we give life?
No.
How can we take life?
Yes.
So when I kill something, then also I do Hare Krishna, then kill. Because also I will not kill the things outside my house. Okay. Anyhow, coming back to my question, my sincere apologies if I'm crossing my boundaries and
No,
asking
sir.
questions.
There's no crossing boundaries here. Everything is justified. Right.
Just the question what I have posed during the meeting, madam. It was compared like the creation is something like the ocean, and we are the droplets that are coming out of the ocean. So my question is, on what basis these droplets are selected, and why I am selected? And please don't say that it is my ego or something. I don't want to bring ego into picture, please.
Thank you very much, sir, for your question. But I didn't remember the debate this morning. If somebody asks a question, you can't ask question back. I'm looking at you and thinking, can I ask or not? I forgot for a minute. Is it a debate or a question? Sir, I'm going to ask question. Sir, your question is related to why am I selected in this incarnation? Yeah.
Why during the day zero?
Okay, why were you selected?
Yeah. Why my first soul has come into picture? Who has thrown me?
Who has thrown you?
Because I am part of ocean, right?
Yes.
Advaita.
Yes.
There is no difference between me
Yes.
and creator, right?
Yes.
So why I am here instead of being as a part of creator? I should not say as creator, as part of creator.
Okay. So honestly, we are still part of creators, but what you are saying is why I am in this form, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to understand properly because this question.
Ma'am, I think you just want to say why do we take first birth? What's the reason?
I think
of
that's what
coming
his
to-
question
yes,
is too, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, Davide, you were saying something.
Sir,
Away from home.
sir,
Away
మీ
from-
క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా ఉండదు సార్ నేను ఎందుకు ఆ కృష్ణులా రాములా లేదు లేదు
Actually, that question has to be reframed. It's not about Nenu, it's not about you or me, it's about why this soul cycle at all. Actually, this question has to be extended further. It's not about Bharat sir alone. He's not talking about him as such. This is a general question for every droplet that has come. Sir, same question, huh? Yeah. I'm trying to make it more general so that more people can get into it. Yes, sir, ma'am. Including what to do with remaining it. I forget his name. What's his name? Pranav. We have got don't be offended with this word comedian, but it's all in good faith. Pranav, he makes us laugh so much. He won't laugh. He says things, and that's what comedians do. They're very straight faced, and we double up in laughter. He's been doing it since the time he arrived here. Even last BYM trip, oh my God. Just because they were the winners of the debate, they rubbed into everything. Even this morning, you could see how they were indicating food. So that is our Pranav. So these people are asking questions, like you understand the question, and we are trying to extend it to more people, and slowly people are joining. Yes, that's my question. And Sandeep also. Yes, sir. And I think he came for us. I think, do you want me to give you an answer? So, the joke was Pranav has all the answers. Sandeep, but thank you, Pranav. Whenever you open up, we really laugh. I think it's your energy that makes us all go very light. Thank you.
I want to add a little bit.
Yes, Sandeep, please add.
That's a really good question. Like not once, like it has connected like a lot of times, because when you apply every topic that you talk about, right? So each thing that you apply and you go back to the root. Why is that root existing? That's the question, kind of, maybe. Yeah, that's in my terms.
I think for those people, yes.
Can I just, because we are on the same topic, my
Yes,
question
yes.
might be related.
Yes,
to-
please, please. It's good. We all ask questions for the same topic. Anyway, I'm going to go into 1 hour answer. So we better take
This question, we say creator or Purna Atma, they want, we're all here to get experiences, right? And I think maybe in one of your sessions you mentioned Jivatmas came out of Purna Atma for experiences. My question was, why? Why do we need those experiences?
Yeah, same question.
Yeah, same
Oh, no, yours is a little bit different. Why do we need experience? Oh my God. So another 1 hour we have to be.
About 2,000 feet of joy.
You know what I was saying? Anita, can you please come here?
First 20,000, listen to 1,000 feet of
That's
joy.
right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking which episode do I start?
Three chapters, if you start.
That's why I'm sitting with this mic like this.
Books to read.
He was part of the three, madam. Okay, 3,000 feet of joy.
We're like,
Like-minded versus book reading. See, finally we came down to book reading only.
Yes.
Yeah, and wisdom sharing too. Who was wisdom sharing there? No, they were not wisdom sharing. Group 4 was wisdom sharing, right?
Group
No,
three. Group three.
Practice. Okay.
Group,
Okay.
group 3 is wisdom sharing.
Oh, okay, book reading was all right. Okay, I'm getting confused now. Okay, so good for laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. I love it. I laugh so loud. You know, it clears out all the confusion and it's a very good medicine, honestly. Anyway, we'll start with one question, but yours is related but not the same. We'll try to cover that too. Yours is a much complicated one and I'll have to go very much deep. I will try, but I don't know how long can you guys sit here. Maybe we can do one thing. We can do Jagarana because it's Ekadasi and anyway Ram Babu Sir hasn't eaten anything. He can't go to sleep, so we have to give him company. So, can we all do Jagarana today? Because the kind of questions I think we are going to. And 4 o'clock anyway we have to come here for yoga. So what's the point of?
You would come back.
Okay, it's 10:15. Just letting you know the time, and I'm starting now. Guys, I'm already falling asleep. No, let's take it seriously. But honestly, let's see how long we will last. But very good questions, guys. Looks like you want to cover everything that we left out. You're not giving any choice. That's the beauty of Q&A. I'll try to wrap it in a decent fashion, try to cover in the most sensible way. Where do I start? Okay. I always ask these questions to everyone. When these questions come up, obviously you're not the first one asking this question. Right in the room, there are so many who resonated with you. There have been many people who asked the same question, and I'm sure there'll be many more coming in the future. So let's try to understand it from this perspective. I think if we understand the human perspective, then maybe we can extrapolate it a little bit more and go into the astral realms and then to the light realms, and maybe that will make more sense. So to explain you in physical sense, a couple, when they get married, after some time they would like to have children. I'm trying to have a normal family. Of course, you can have children even without marriage, but we're just talking about standard normal families. So no, I need to be politically correct. So because this is going on YouTube and I don't want to be seen as someone that who wants to kind of prefer one over the other. So masters is just a normal dialogue that what I've said here. These days you've got to be very careful, sir, because things go on YouTube and we don't want to be representing anything. So couples, when they want to have a child, and there are many couples in this room right away. Why do you want to have a child? I will start with you, sir. Why did you want to have a Prajita?
To carry forward my generation.
Beautiful. I'm so glad that you came so quick to the right point, because many times I have to wait around 10 questions before I get that answer. That's right. For you that is, but not for everyone. I've seen people scratching their head and thinking, I don't know. You don't know. No, honestly, Balba said this has happened in the past, and that's why I was like shocked. I'm so lucky I got it in the first time itself. Very, very good answer. So, human beings, we understand at least our psychology, so it's easy to go from here. We like to have children because we want to carry this legacy forward, right? That's one answer, but there's another hidden answer, which we know, but sometimes we can't put it in words too. So let's even talk about the second. In that legacy, the hidden answer is our children are our expressions. They are expressing us. They're not expressing anyone else. So children are expression of us. And we see ourselves in our children. Carrying legacy is one thing. We want to our names and our family names and legacy to go forward, and generation, that's one thing, of course, which is true. But an unspoken answer which our heart only realizes is children are our true expressions. So we express through our children and see ourselves in them. And that's why this connects to that answer. When your daughter is on the stage, your son is on the stage getting the medal, you should see the language of the body language of parents as if they are just about to get the medal. Your son is going, they'll be like this. If anyone comes in between them and the stage, they're dead. My son. He said, my son. But the way he said it, it's very funny. So why am I giving you this picture is, a human being is going up on a stage to get a medal. Why are you so much jumping up and down? Because that human being is your expression. You are expressing yourself through your children. And that is why you see yourself in the next generation. And that is what makes this creation going forward. We want to see our expression and they want to see their expression. That is the only reason we have children. We can give it any name, but it's expression. Like how we express ourselves in dance and music. This is a permanent expression of ours. My blood, my genes, this is me. Did child ask you to give birth to him? Many children are asking their parents these days, who asked me to give you birth? I mean, or who asked you to give, And then parents like, what is this question? You're not even giving me anything what I want. Why did you give birth to me? These are the questions children are asking. In our days, we never asked parents. But children now, they are not shying away. Did I ask you? You never asked me. You did it for yourself. Why? And honestly, they are right. We are not doing them a favor. By giving birth to a child, we are not doing any favor to them, masters. But when they ask you that question, you are not able to handle it, right? Because you have never thought about it. Or your ego will never let you think in that direction because that is a hurt to your ego. But honestly, if your child is asking, why did you give me birth? then you should have the courage to say, for my own happiness. But if you say for my own happiness, then you have lost the plot, lost the fight, so you will never say it. But honestly, we have children for our own happiness. We're not doing anyone. And to understand why we get happiness is only because they are our expression. We see ourselves in them. Because very difficult to see myself. Even mirror doesn't do the justice. Mirror is only a static thing, but here you have dynamic expression of yourself and you see. And in Telugu we say Mursi Potom. That means you take so much anand. Oh my God, look at this. Child is walking. If neighbor's child is walking, you'll say, okay, 2 years old, he should walk. But your child walks. Why? Only because they are expression of yours. You get joy to see your expression because you can't see yourself. Nobody can turn in and see who they are. So by expressing, you're seeing yourself. If you understand this bit, that equally applies to the creation, to the consciousness. That is the only reason the whole creation has come forth. And in my sessions, if you have the patience and the time to sit through in my session, I have taken this topic to the nth level of explanation, and whoever is here in this room, they know, and that's why they say, go and see Madam Session, go and see Madam Session. This is our favorite topic because everyone needs to know creation, that Nirguna Nirakara Brahma, that consciousness lake that we talked about, which is just a void, and all the nature is I exist. The infinite presence, that is the nature, wanted to know itself. Wanted to know itself. So that one thought, to see who it is, it expressed itself in this form of creation. And with one thought, that is why thought is so powerful. I say, use your thought power carefully because you do creations with that. No, madam, I don't do creation. I always think nothing happens. Yes, nothing happens because you want this here and next minute you want it here. Next minute you want it here. So counterproductive thoughts does not manifest anything. Even before manifestation starts, you have changed your thought. Useless thoughts. That is why have one potent thought instead of 20 impotent thoughts, right? And that is why we don't manifest. That is why we think we are useless, and that's why we think we are not divine. We don't know how to use our divinity. That's another topic. We're going into a different topic. But the answer here is creation also had this. It wanted to see itself. And that one thought, and I always tell my people when I say the audience that this is the action I have been doing. The creation wanted to know itself. This is the action, and this action you will never forget in your life. How do I remember? Because the great spiritual master who gave me this answer, he himself did this. And that is how this is there in my mind, even after 22 years. Always do actions, tell stories, you will never forget. The creation wanted to know itself. In this, the whole process is, the creation is still, and there is this thought to know itself. That means action has already happened. Thought is an action. And that thought created the energy and the whole dynamics. It's a big story, right? In the first 20 episodes. So, exactly. I'll be telling that. Srushti tananu taanu telusukovalani korindi. A tananu taanu telusukotame expression. What is expression? Who am I? It wants to express. So it created. What I was telling in Telugu was, this is a phrase. सृष्टि खुद को जानने की कोशिश की, खुद को पहचानने की उसने कोशिश की. तो ये एक्शन जो है वो हम कभी भी नहीं भूल सकते, क्योंकि ये पूरी सृष्टि का उद्भव उस एक सोच के साथ हुआ जो निश्चल निराकार ब्रह्मा था, जो हम शून्य कहते हैं, जो वॉइड कहते हैं. जो पहली सोच वहां से निकली वो ये थी कि मैं खुद को पहचानूं, खुद को जानूं. और खुद को आप कैसे जान सकते हैं? खुद को जानने के लिए व्यक्त करना पड़ता है और व्यक्त का रूप ही ये सृष्टि है. Right? I'm trying to give it in all the languages because people are more comfortable when they listen in this language because the concepts are very big. So when this creation wanted to know itself, it was only possible through expression in the form of creation because it wants to see who it is. And you know what it is? It is nothing. It has no character. This void has no character. It is nirguna nirakara, no qualities, no shape, no color. And it wants to know itself. So what it did, it came into this colorful creation which is totally opposite of what it is. And hence in Vedanta, in Vedas, Vedanta is the last part of Vedas, which talks about all this spiritual knowledge. It clearly says, if you want to know yourself, which we call as Brahman, if you want to know yourself, then the only way is try to look at everything in this creation, study it, and you come with an answer, neti, na iti. That means, no, I'm not that. In spiritual language, nobody will say that a spiritual seeker says, I am that. Because there is nothing in this creation that you can identify and say, I am that. So the whole Vedanta is written in a negation forum. It looks at something, it goes into depth and says, no, I'm not that. And the terminology in Sanskrit for I'm not that is na iti, neti. If you read Vedas, you will only find neti, neti, neti. I'm not that, I'm not this, I am not that, I am not this, I am not the color. And what better than Nirvana Shatakam? If you hear Nirvana Shatkam, which Adi Shankaracharya wrote, he wrote so beautiful. I am neither the water nor the fire. I am neither the sky nor the ground. He will not say what I am. You know, at the end he's saying I'm Nirguna Nirakara. He's saying I have no shape, I have nothing. So what can I compare with? Then you immediately says, then why did the creation come? Because this is the beauty of the whole thing. Creation was created, and what are we doing? Who are we? We are the expression of that consciousness who have come into this world to experience our own creation. I know it's confusing. Let me go back a step. We in the form of that void, this is our difficult topic. You have to try because we are going into Moola Vedanta, which is you will have to expand your consciousness to understand. That is why it is so difficult to explain. Unless we slowly start raising our vibrations and be open, we cannot understand this. What did the consciousness do first? The consciousness in its void form, void means in its shunya form, first created the creation and then it walked into this creation to experience its creation. So who is experiencing? You and me are experiencing this creation. So who are we? We are the creation. We created this universe, this beautiful planet, stars, stones, everything. And now we walked into this creation to experience that creation we created. Why? Coming to your answer, why? Why did we want to experience? To know who we are. Because that shunya, that void doesn't know who it is. Now we are telling, by experiencing that, I hate her. But is that what I am? Is my nature hatred? So I'm having experience of hatred and saying, na neti, na iti, I'm not that. Then in the next life, I come up with another theme, money lender. So I become a money lender and keep giving you money and take a lot of interest. And I have no mercy, merciless. Then in that life, I'm testing, is this my nature? And the answer is neti. Why, if it is neti, why do you have to go through the experience? Because it's not a theory class, it's a practical class. And the creation wanted to experience all that it is not to understand who it is. With this human body and with this human mind, it is very difficult to capture this vast concept of creation and why it came. But we are trying. That is really kudos. But I know it's stretching. To be there, to understand that this will not help. We have to open hearts. I have tried using this and using that. This was very helpful. To be just sitting there and thinking, okay, we created the creation first. The stars, the planets, all the lokas, the patala, all this underground lokas. Why did we create? To experience what that feels like. And who is coming to experience? We. And who are we? We are the expression of the creation who have come here to experience our creation. Masters, within the time given to me, I cannot go any more elaborate than that because it is a very, very complex subject. Each one of you have to do a lot of sadhana, wisdom gaining. There is so much information right on my YouTube channel. I have done 172 episodes just on this topic. It takes time. It takes time because it is not a subject to sit here and go through all of that. Why would I do so many episodes if it was this easy? It is a knowledge to be gained step by step by step. You learn something, you understand. You learn something, you understand. Not overnight you sit here in a question answer and say, where did the creation come from? I will tell you. I can sit here all night and tell you. But whether the penny will drop or not, that is questionable. So I'm so glad you have the right questions, but I would encourage you. Having questions is great, but make efforts. Just asking question answer alone is not enough. You have to do sadhana. You have to do Swadhyaya. Meditation. No, but I'm really, really grateful that you people had the courage. These are very big questions. It takes a lot of understanding. And question is good because the whole thing starts with a question. If you don't have question, there will be no thirst for knowledge. So masters, on these two questions, this is the time I can give. I would say you have many sources. You can go on my YouTube channel, you can read books, there are many sources. But if you have interest, do some hard work, right? And that will give you happiness. Because more knowledge means more light means less ignorance, and more light also means evolution. So I think it's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. You answered a question that is dwelling from ages.
Thank you, sir. I tried my best to do
what I want.
Thank
Actually,
you.
I want that page, you have answered. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Enough.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, over 1,000 people enjoy that. Seriously, it has a lot of answers.
Ma'am, I want to know if I come up with that question again. Someone asked me, I'll give you the scenario. What should I say? So I was sitting with my friend and she was eating the non-veg and I was eating vegetarian. I said, you shouldn't be eating that. And she said, why? I said, because it's part of killing and, it's your karma, this and that. And then, she said, then in that case, we shouldn't be eating vegetable as well because they are plants and plants are living beings. And I was quiet. I didn't have answer to that. And we spoke, weeds and plants is connectivity. How can we answer that question? Thank
A
you.
lot of people ask that question with
They are right from that perspective because if they have to give up non-vegetarian, it's a big ask for them. So they will come up with any question to make sure you don't open up your mouth. I don't blame them. See, there are two things, right? We are all going through evolution, right? And this morning I was talking about evolution. Evolution starts from first dimension, from mineral kingdom. Okay? Mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom. That's how evolution happened. Rocks are there, right? They are first dimension. First dimension beings, people say rocks have emotions, but I'm not making joke or anything, but the emotions part, that only comes from sentient beings, right? Sentient beings, mammals, the beings that can breed, the beings that can be milked. There are many categories, and by the time you come to human things, that logic and all, of course we are all. I'm not saying anything is less than other, but the amount of emotions, they vary from dimension to dimension to dimension to dimension, right? If I say, by mistake, I hit a rock, oh my God, how much pain the rock is, I don't know what to say. But now I know what to say. Their first dimension consciousness, their emotions are not jagrut, right? They're not awake, right? And then the next dimension, we're talking about plants. They have emotions, but not to the same extent. They're not emotions. They're not individual emotions. They're group consciousness. These plants are group consciousness, right? So we have to understand. But by the time we are coming to beings, jeeves, animal kingdom, individual, and they have pain. They have pain. They can feel pain. I'm just giving you the grade how evolution goes. By the time you are into human beings, you are fully third dimensional, and we know because we are part of that. Your friend saying that why you shouldn't kill plants and animals, and one thing is always sure, right? You're taking fruits out of the tree. You're not killing the tree, right? You're taking the fruit. If you don't take the fruit, the fruits are going to drop down anyway, right? You can wait till the fruit is shed and then you can take the fruit, or you can take when the fruit is ripe. It's not going to stop the growth of the plant, right? Same thing, vegetables. So the way plants are designed is they are there to give what they are giving, which is not going to hurt them or stop their evolution or stop their growth. But if you look at the other beings, the next dimension, we are talking about animals here, you're killing them, right? If you're taking their fur, yes, you may be hurting them in some way, you're not killing them, right? So everything comes with responsibility. Who am I to say this is right, that is wrong? But I'm giving you an answer from that perspective of question. You cannot argue with somebody who is not spiritually evolved to understand the pain and the distinction between a plant and an animal in terms of this is killing, that's not killing, that's hurting, that's not hurting. That's why I request people, I know people may not agree with me, I request people, vegetarianism is not something to be argued and by force to be stopped. It has to come naturally. It is a natural progression. Because people are going and knocking at the doors and saying, you are non-vegetarian, become vegetarian. Those people are becoming rebels. It's as if like the whole world is against them. They are not at fault. In the evolution process, their wisdom says that they are doing right. If their dharma said that they were doing wrong, would they be doing that? No. They don't steal. Why they don't steal? Because their dharma says stealing is wrong. But yet their dharma is not saying that animal killing is wrong. Human killing may be wrong for them. But in their wisdom, animal killing is not wrong. So what is the problem here? Their dharma. Who is going to decide their dharma? Their evolution. In next life, when they evolve more, their dharma definition will change. In that dharma, they will realize that this killing prohibition goes not only, it's not alone for human beings, but also for animals. So really, Ma, this is become a very big question where people are not happy. And for some reason, people who are stepping on spiritual path, they have understood, they can feel, as you feel from the heart chakra. But honestly, I don't know what I was doing in the last life. I might also have been like them. And this life, I'm finding fault with them. Do I have the right to find fault with them? Do I really have to go and do all this dharma with them? Maybe not required. You feel like it is a wrong thing. Maybe you have been destined to give them the right suggestion. Make a suggestion. If that is helping, well, but if they are questioning you back, that means in the process of evolution, their dharma hasn't updated. It's only like Norton, next upgrade. their Norton hasn't been upgraded to include animal killing as prohibition. So I know people have these questions, but we need to understand we're all human beings. And as we are evolving, our dharma rules are also evolving. Everyone has the different dharmas. People always say, why does he do wrong? Because he thinks that is right. If his conscience was saying that is right, why would he do it? He won't steal because his conscience says stealing is wrong. But he kills animals because his conscience is not telling him. Why? Because his evolution is only at that pace. Why? Because we didn't start our soul cycle all at the same time. It's not like everyone, say, all right, day one starts here, let's all start. No. Even if we started, we all had free wills and we chose different paths. So, because it's a spiritual retreat, I would request all my friends to understand, be compassionate. What does compassionate means? Compassionate not only means that be compassionate to animal kingdom, be also compassionate to your fellow human beings who are also coming behind you in this process of evolution. You have understood today, they will understand tomorrow. You feel like making a suggestion? Please go ahead and tell them not to eat non-vegetarian, but you can't force them. So give them time. They need appropriate time, appropriate occasion to know, and one day their heart will say, yes, it hurts, so let's stop doing that. That's the best answer I can give, Amos. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
This one is nice now.
If I can, sure.
I just wondered what your view is on ancestral clearing. So, with regard to karma, so can a soul be incarnated within a family group to clear the family karma?
Yes. I'll give you in one sentence instead of a word. Normally, no, but exceptionally, yes. There have been a lot of exceptions where souls have done that clearing for ancestors, but it doesn't happen on a regular basis. But yes, it happens as an exception to the rule. It is true.
So can I add?
Yeah.
So then what would be the benefit of the people not clearing their own karma and this soul coming in to do it for them?
Again, it is a payback to the ancestors. I know it's a convoluted answer, but it is only that. It's only that. Sometimes, again, exception, let me tell you, sometimes it's done out of compassion. And that compassion is an exception. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to bring that here because it's very difficult to understand. Compassion does a lot of things outside normal rules. And to do out of compassion, a soul comes down onto this plane when it does not need to come down. It comes down because it comes out of compassion. And when it comes down for compassion, it does those exception things. Did I answer your question? Thank you.
That is a tricky question too.
Leda? Okay. ఏం చేద్దాం?
We have pain body session, right? And every time he says, let's send these women away because we have to do pain body session. And that triggers off these women and they say, what the hell is going on in your pain body session? Something fishy.
Body pains, not pain.
Give him Paranol.
Lots of Paranol and Nurofen. Look, friends, feel free. If there is any doubts or even feedback, why questions alone? If you want to share something, I'm here to listen.
I have another. I don't want to be,
God, he doesn't mince his words at all.
Actually, ma'am, for the 9:30 alarm improves me. And he's all his laugh, you're all wide and awake now of you.
God, my God, naughty boy. Beta bolo.
Ma'am, the question is when you are doing meditation and you are connecting to, let's say, Ram or goddess or Vishnu, Krishna, whosoever divine is, what does that mean? Are you connecting to some divinity, or because you said Brahmasmi, you are the God yourself? So I'm just a little bit confused what it means when you connect to a God in your meditation.
Now I think I'm in Pranav mode. So sorry. Laughter isn't contagious, man. Sorry, Shivi, but if you're connecting to Rama or goddess, you are connecting to goddess. So I'm failing to understand why the question. In meditation, if you are connecting to Rama or Jesus or to whoever God, goddess you are mentioning, you are. So what's the question?
Is it real? Like, are you?
Oh, is it real?
Yes. Are you really?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't understand that part of it. Is it real? It's very real. It's your reality. Your reality cannot be anyone else's reality. You can't go then talking to everyone like Gangadhar sir. Gangadhar sir, you sit down in meditations, you can also connect to Rama. Gangadhar sir said, no, I'm not connecting to Rama because Rama doesn't exist for me. And then you say, no, Rama exists. I just saw him yesterday. So I'm saying for you, it is yes. For Gangadhar sir, it's no. The reality is different for him. We all need to understand. That's why we fight, because we think my truth is everyone's truth. Our truth is not universal truth. Our truth is our truth. Their truth is their truth. For you, yes, that is the reality.
What's the essence of connecting to that divinity?
I don't know. You tell me why you're connecting. I don't know why you're connecting. It's your plan, not mine.
Today as well, we were going one and I had experience that I actually connected with goddess. And I had...
Which goddess, may I ask?
Goddess Kali.
Okay.
So this is second time I had this experience.
Wow.
So I'm just thinking, what is the essence of it?
Yeah. Why am I connecting?
Like, I literally I feel going in her body and just becoming one. That's
okay.
It.
Okay. Yeah. So why is it happening?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what you should do? Whenever you have such experiences, and if it's happening more than once, I'm telling to everyone, because that's what the beauty and the downside of meditation is, because you start having many miraculous experiences and that confuses people. Oh, what am I supposed to do? So first of all, make sure that experience stabilizes, means it's not like 1 second it comes and goes, it comes and goes. No. Keep on meditating till that experience settles. Because if it's repeating again and again, then it will stay for some time as you keep practicing, right? Meditation. Not connecting, I'm talking about meditation. Why I say that let that become stabilized? Because you should be able to find out all your answers. How? When you see Kali Ma, you should be able to ask with complete awareness, why am I seeing you? Why am I seeing myself in you? And you will get the answer from Kali Ma's mouth. Instead of people trying to interpret and giving you an answer, you are the best judge to find out why. So I would suggest, Shivi, next time, be completely aware. And before meditation, say this and sit down. If I have this experience again, I am going to ask, why am I having this experience? You will remember these words when you sit in meditation. And when you see Kali Ma, ask, why am I getting this experience? And you will get an answer.
Remember last time she said, like, you are me.
Well, you are. Then you got the answer. What is there? What is there
It
more to
doesn't
know?
feel like it feels
You can't believe that.
Okay.
real.
Yeah.
Am I imagining things, or is it really happening, or is it, you know what it is?
That only you can say, were you imagining? See, you gave the answer. You gave the answer. I'm not making joke of you, honestly, Shivi. I would say exactly the same to anyone. So you are not imagining, right? Is it real? Then it is real, isn't it? But your problem is the moment you come out of the meditation, you start using your yes. And mind is never going to let you accept, because in meditation, you go beyond mind, beyond your mind foundation, right? And when you come out of meditation, you're back in the mind foundation. So we are fluctuating between beyond the mind, in the mind, beyond the mind, in the mind. And one day, slowly, you'll move into your heart more and more and more, and all the doubts will stop.
Thank you.
That was a good question.
You told earlier that we are coming back in life to have experiences, and why there is a desire to end these experiences.
Now your question becomes the best question of this night. Actually, you are not going to become the best question till now, but honestly, you have really now pushed this session further 1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay, let me have water because I'm going to talk for next 15 minutes.
Let's bring all the blankets and pillows.
She had a heart attack. I just cleaned all the vessels. Mogal said,
It's adding. In yesterday's session, you said that some sons will tell you that you are going to get rich and you'll get happy. I'm not going to get the birth again. So same question is like, if we want to end this cycle, what's the point?
We are just about to go into that. Did you guys hear the question? లేదు కాదు నువ్వు కనుక నిజంగా చేయాలని నవ్వుతూ అడుగుంటే మేబీ ఇంకోలా వచ్చేదా నిజంగా చెయ్యాలా అమ్మా ఏం మాట్లాడతావు God, these guys are talking about tea, guys. Yes, Satya.
That book, Catherine, Many Lives.
Yes.
The book reading may help.
Yes, it will definitely.
Many lives, many masters.
We won. Okay. Let's answer Sir's question. This Sir asked this question that you said, madam, before that we come here for experiences. Then why, when we come here, we say we are not able to handle it and we want to finish the life?
Yeah, always we are looking to finish this cycle.
Finish this cycle.
If we want, we come here to
Yes.
experience.
Yes.
Why we want to end it?
That's truth, isn't it? We all are in that same boat, right? And we have talked about it many times before in different forums. Actually, I really feel like calling people and saying, guys, you want to answer instead of me? Because I know there are a lot of masters who have gone through this. Let's all talk about this. It's a very beautiful question. Where do we start from? I'm trying to understand how back do I go? How many steps do I go back to give you this answer? Just give me 1 second. Go. Again, I have to start from where I finished Harneet Madam's question. I remember her question where she left. So Harneet Madam is not there, but she was sitting there, so I'm pointing out. So this would be an extension of where she left when she said the pain. Remember her question that when the pain comes in my heart, my mind starts talking about how to get rid of the pain, right? So that is the best connection from where I will continue this question. Yes, we come into this incarnation, the physical incarnation, for experiences, no doubt about it, right? If anyone asks what's my soul purpose, I tell them all the time, you came here for experiences, full stop. Because everyone wants to listen a good story. I came here because I was so and so, we all want good stories. And I don't want people to go with expectations and then feel sad that my life is not going according to my big life plan. Since we're all here for experiences, that's the common answer, right? And that is true. We can't have all the experiences in one lifetime. Otherwise, we will end up in mental hospital because our capacity, we have so much capacity to take challenges in each life. So just giving you a bit of background. So we come here, few experiences in one life, another few set of experiences in life. When we make the soul plan, we have to go back now. When we make the soul plan, what is the soul plan based on? The soul plan is based on what? Okay, oh my God, I have to tell more then. This was supposed to be tomorrow's topic, but that's got ruled out, so I think I can talk about it. Now we are entering into the field of karma, right? When we are in the light realms, that is between lives, every time before we take a new janma, a new incarnation, we look at all the karma balance that we have, right? And all the karma so far that we have accumulated, sanchita karma, out of that we take a small packet for that life and we say, these are the karmas that I'm going to even out. From that big account, big bank balance account, we bring a packet, which is called prarabdha karma for that particular lifetime. Now, we only talk about karma separately, but we should never talk karma as a separate thing. Karma and soul plan is one and the same thing. Every lifetime I say we come with a divine plan. I like to call it divine plan. I never call it soul plan. I don't like the word soul plan. Divine plan lifts us. Oh, so we are divine. We are coming with a divine plan. Very nice word. What is divine plan? Divine plan is nothing. But you have taken that packet of karma, prarabdha karma that you have to clear. So you see, okay, I have to clear this account, that account, this account, that account. And these four, you will write down a plan. Where will I take birth? Who will be my parents? Which country? Who creed, race, gender, everything. And then you come up with a whole big plan. So your soul plan is dependent on your prarabdha karma because that has to be captured in your soul plan, right? And do you cry when you make a soul plan? No. Back in there, you're jumping with joy. You have got your guides next to you. You've got a whole team of people, your cheer girls and your big group of people. And you look at your sanchita karma, the big account. Oh my God, $3,000. I want to clear all this 3,000. The guides will pull you back. No, that's too much money to spend. You won't be able to spend in one lifetime. Just take $25 for this. No. I want to jump into my next incarnation. Give me $3,000 from the back account. Our guides, who have much more experience than us, they know what this realm is like. So they pull us. It's like a debate and negotiation going on between like buying a house. We say, give me 3,000. They will say, no, 25. We say, okay, give me 2,000. They'll say 15. Finally, we come to an agreement. Because why I'm saying this is because when you are in that realm, you're so eager to come down onto this earth plane. Nothing feels like anything because there your understanding is it's only experience. Karma is never taken as a negative thing back in the light realm. Karma is a love-based act. It's a beautiful love act of creation to teach us different experience, different lessons. Why? Because soul evolution, that's how you evolve. So it's an evolution process. It's not a punishment process. But here we call it karma means we are all shaking in our pants. No, karma is a compassionate act of creation
To evolve. How do we evolve? Through lessons learned. Through lessons learned, through experiences, we gain wisdom. More wisdom, evolution. That is what karma is. And we know this when we are in the light realms. So we are fighting. We want to do more karmas, more karmas. They're pulling us back. No, no, no. Finally, we come to an agreement. We jump onto this plane. I want those parents. I want that country. I want that color. Jump. Right? So back there, you know, you are coming here for experiences. No soul says, oh my God, I'm going there for clearing my karma. That is not the language we use. That's the language we use here. But there, I want more experiences. Can I finish my account quickly? Because account is only experience account. So we want, oh, I've got so much experience. Can't I go get it? They will say, no, only 2 experiences for this lifetime. It's enough. So we come down, jumping that I'm coming to this beautiful Earth planet to experience and to get all these lovely lessons. But when we come here, you can't remember. You can't remember your divinity, just like Madam is saying. She's totally getting disconnected when she's coming out of meditation. Is it true? Does that mean anything? Do I want to be Kali? Sorry, I didn't mean the wrong way, Madam. I'm just sharing your example. Why? Because when we are here, we don't feel divine. In the light realms, we know who we are. Nobody has to take us into a campfire and say, let's do oneness meditation. Not required. We live in oneness. We breathe oneness. We know our nature. We know how divine we are. We know what is the soul plan. Hence, we are jumping into this incarnation. But when you come here, this is a physical reality. This is the realm where you become Gajani. You forget everything. So you've forgotten you are divine. You've forgotten this is only experience. You've forgotten that this soul plan main team. What we remember is we stop taking situations as experiences. So now you are entering into my next episode, Sakshi. I have finished 19 episodes. To give here that much knowledge of 19 episodes is going to be difficult. But giving you a short answer, but honestly, please, if people haven't started watching my episode Sakshi, you should. Because what I'm talking, we go in so much depth so that we can practice. It's not only listening, we are all practicing it together through Sakshi. That's why I'm saying, if you can understand, please. So, but when we come onto this physical plane, we don't know that we are coming here for physical plane. Everything appears difficult. If you are hitting your leg on a small rock or something, it hurts. Yes, in light realm it was experience, but in physical realm it's pain. Right? Who has the knowledge or patience to think, why am I hitting, except Bharadwaj sir? People are there like Bharadwaj sir. Not everyone. When they hit, they're thinking, why this is happening? Not everyone thinks like that. Immediately, when you hit your leg with something, what happens? Shooting pain, physicality. So with pain comes emotions. Some emotions are nice, tingling, warm. You like them. You love them. Love, beautiful, happiness, nice. But not everything is warm, fuzzy feeling. When you hit a rock, blood rushes. It tingles, it burns. It doesn't give you a warm, fuzzy feeling. But no one said that every experience was going to be associated with warm, fuzzy feeling. Some experiences were also associated with tingling feeling. You labeled them as negative and some as positive because they are giving you pain. Some are giving you pleasure. So you wanted more pleasure, less pain. Now you'll say, who wants pain, madam? Nobody will ask for pain. Yes, nobody will ask for pain if you look at it as pain. But that is not a pain, that's an experience you have come here for. That is why you have to look at the bigger picture. If you just take it as pain, oh, it's hurting, it's pain, I don't want it. That's what we did. And you know what we did as a result of that? We did not let that experience pass through us. We stopped it. And whatever we stopped is called blocks, samskaras. If you have heard the word samskaras, it is what you could not handle. So it is that separation between the realms and understanding that makes you feel that way. I hope I've answered in the time. It's a big topic we are trying to do. I think we have to stop the session here because I can see Lavanya madam is going to drop right on the floor now. We don't stop this session. Guys, I'm not sure whether yoga session is a great idea, but whoever is sleeping, I think they will come to yoga. Definitely, there are a lot of people who are not here. They will definitely hear. No, you have to go.
She's sleeping here.
Yeah, she can sleep here. There are a lot of people who are sleeping. They will come tomorrow because I saw there were a lot of people here today. So, Amma, feel free if you want to go extra 15 minutes overtime. I won't object you that you give me 15 minutes more sleep. But thank you very much, masters. I know.
Yes, sir. No, చెప్పండి ఒక చిన్న question.
Is any question in yes sir, no sir?
Spiritual world. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి మనం ప్రపంచాన్ని చూస్తున్నాం అనుకోండి. సారీ గైస్, ఐ వాంట్ టు స్పీక్ ఇన్ తెలుగు.
I will translate.
ఈ ప్రపంచం ఇప్పుడు చాలా అశాంతిగా ఉంది. గాజా తీసుకోండి,
Yes, yes, yes.
ఓకే. మనము వాళ్ళందరూ బాగుండాలి అని మనం మెడిటేషన్ చేయొచ్చా, లేకపోతే మనం ఇంకా ఆ స్థాయికి వెళ్ళలేదా?
ఇది ఎస్ అండ్ నో ఏంటి సార్? నేను 1 hour ఉండాలి ఆన్సర్ ఇవ్వాలి.
అంటే మేము చిన్నవాళ్ళం కదండి, మేము చెయ్యొచ్చా అలాగా ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు అలా కొట్టుకోకుండా
His question is, there is lot of unrest in this world, there are a lot of wars going on. Are we allowed to do meditation for their benefit or to stop these things? And he asked me to give him a single word answer. Okay, let's give a single word answer. Sir, if it makes you happy, and if you think this is a part of service to humanity, that by meditating that you're able to do something for people, please do it. If you don't feel that, don't do it.
ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇంకా చిన్నవాళ్ళం అంటే ఒక స్థాయికి ఎదిగితే గానీ మన యొక్క ఇది వెళ్ళదేమో వాళ్ళకి.
From that perspective, no. You are eligible for doing anything. Yes. Thank you, sir. I thought you were asking the bigger part, which I would have to be for 1 hour. Yes, we can. Whatever we can, it helps. Thank you so much, guys. I know we are over time, but they were very good questions. Thank you.
I appreciate the more practice books.
Thank you, masters. This is the last session for today. See you tomorrow with another wonderful sessions.